Hi everybody, Cece here. Do you have food allergies? Well, Lulu and I really have quite a few between the two of us, and we really like our sweets. So today I'm going to make some yummy gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free shortbread, and I'm going to make it into fall-shaped leaves. Now this recipe is very versatile. I've made them into little teapot cookies or tea bag cookies and poked a hole in them and tied string for them when I had a high tea with a bunch of friends and relatives. I've also used this recipe for the crust for tarts. Made little individual tarts and pressed this down into the tart pan and baked it off and then just filled it with my tart filling. It's really a delicious recipe and you can do all sorts of things with it. So let's take a look at all the ingredients that you'll need to make this shortbread. You'll need gluten-free flour, brown sugar, salt, almond flour, your choice of dairy-free butters, sugar, almond extract, vanilla, and for the glaze that I'm going to use on top of the leaves, you need powdered sugar, light corn syrup, and it calls for whole milk, but of course it can't have whole milk being dairy-free. So I like this half and half. Lulu actually turned me on to this, and it's thick and rich and works great in recipes. Okay, first I'm going to start by putting 1 cup of softened butter, I like Smart Balance, in my mixer. And then I'm going to add 1/3 cup white sugar and 1/3 cup brown sugar. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And my fave, almond extract. I love this stuff. I put it in a lot of my baked goods. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of this. Now I'm going to whip this until it's light and fluffy. And if you could only smell this with that almond extract in there, it smells magnificent. Or scrumdiddlyicious, as my husband would say. Okay, that's good. Next, I'm going to add my dry ingredients, which consists of gluten-free flour, 2 cups, and any kind that you particularly like. And then it takes 1/4 cup of almond flour, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. And we'll just slowly incorporate this. This is the consistency you're looking for. It's really rather thick. You're going to be rolling this out. Now before I roll this out, I'm going to make 2 flat discs out of this and wrap it in plastic wrap. And then put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes or longer. It just will make it easier to roll out that way. There we go. I'm going to put these in the fridge. Now, while we're waiting for the cookies to bake, I'm going to make the Glaze, it's called, or Glaze. And it takes 2½ cups of powdered sugar and an odd measurement, 3/8 cup of whole milk, but I'm going to use my dairy-free half and half. If you think about it, 3/8 is just a little less than ½ a cup. Next, we need 3/8 cup of the light corn syrup. And last but not least, my favorite, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Now since I'm making leaves, I'm going to divide this up into several different bowls and color it. Use some different colors for the leaves. Now this frosting recipe, or glaze, is an allergen-friendly glaze for royal frosting. It doesn't have the egg whites in it because we can't have egg, but it will harden. It takes a little bit longer to harden, but if you let it sit out in the air, it will harden, and it's really delicious. I like it better actually than the royal icing. I'm just stirring it to get all the lumps. It's that corn syrup that really helps it to set. Now to color my frosting, I really like this Wilton concentrated gel kit. It has a whole bunch of colors in it, and I really like it. You can get some really brilliant colors with this. Look at these pretty colors that I got. These will be perfect for leaves. We've got a copper color, a goldish yellow, and brown. I think those leaves will be beautiful. Okay, so now this has been resting for 30 minutes, so I'm going to roll it out and make our leaves. I love my marble rolling pin. I've had it for like 25 years. Once I dropped it on my tile and it broke, and I was so upset. I tried to find another one, and I just couldn't find a marble rolling pin. So my husband glued it back together for me, and it's really held up. Here's my pretty leaf cookie cutter. Now when you're working with shortbread, when you put it on the cookie sheet, you want to make little holes in it with a fork, because otherwise it'll kind of bubble up. So it really helps. The dough is kind of crumbly. It tends to be a little bit dry. So you just have to finesse it as you're cutting them out and picking them up. Don't forget to prick the holes into them to keep them from bubbling up. Now I'm going to bake these from 12 to 14 minutes on 350. Okay, so now it's time to frost the cookies. I turned them upside down so I can dip them in like that, and I put them on a rack on this cookie sheet so that the extra can drain off. Just gonna dunk. Look at that pretty color. It made 15 cookies. It doesn't make, a single batch doesn't make a whole ton of cookies. These are pretty good size cookies. But if you want more, you want to double or triple it. When I made cookies for my birthday tea, I like quadrupled it. Okay, look at how gorgeous these leaves turned out. The colors are so pretty, and I'm going to finish them off with this Wilton sprinkles. It's just a clear crystal larger sugar, and it just really glistens whatever you're doing. I put them on top of cupcakes, I put it on top of cookies, and when it dries it just helps make the top even crispier, and it just glistens. I just sprinkle it on, and it doesn't have a color, it's just clear or whitish. And I can't tell you how many bottles of these I've gone through. You can get this at Michael's, at Joann's. I've gotten it at Meijer's before. I've gotten it at cake decorating places. So they really have it all over. So here's the finished product, and they turned out shiny and so beautiful, and all the little imperfections make them look more like leaves. I'm going to take these. I'm meeting some high school friends tomorrow for the weekend, and I'm going to take these for everyone to enjoy. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you bake some of these cookies and enjoy them as well. Remember to like and subscribe to our videos. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Have a great day. Bye.